Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer V. Brown, your stroke specialist, and today we're going to discuss self-mobilization of the ankle to improve sit to stand, especially after you've had a stroke. So, sit to stand requires about 15 to 20 degrees of ankle range of motion. That means you should be able to comfortably place your heel behind your knee joint and your heel stays flat on the floor. And ankle foot orthoses often prevent this movement of the ankle behind the knee. And as you can tell, I've placed a black vertical line from the knee joint down to the floor to show that the ankle is placed well behind the knee. This will make for efficient and effective sit to stand. Now, with the ankle foot orthosis on, how did I get the ankle behind the knee? Well, I make sure there's adequate ankle range of motion, and I removed that rigid Velcro strap and replaced it with a tension spandex strap. And the key to keeping this mobility in the ankle joint so that there can be effective sit to stand is that we have to self mobilize the ankle joint. Now, in order to self mobilize the ankle joint, I use door stoppers, and you can get them at different heights and different lengths. What is the major problem with the ankle is that it's usually rolling out. And so you need to lift the lateral side or the outside of the heel and make the inside of the heel drop in. This is why I place the door stopper on the outside in the back of the heel. That causes the back of the heel to be flat. It allows the tibia or leg bone to move forwards, backwards, side to side, and rotate on the top of the ankle joint. And then what really makes for effective sit to stand is that you've got to bring the trunk forward and hold it there, and then squeeze the buttocks to lift off. And as you go into stand, your tibia, your leg bone, will move backwards, but it starts off in the forward position. So for effective sit to stand training, I like to use a chair where the seat height is the height of the legs. I also start on a very solid chair, nothing soft, but as you progress and get stronger, you can try a dynamic surface, like do this task from the couch or your bed. And then I always do it with the shoes on and place the door stopper at the outside of the heel. And then I remove the shoes, but I use a non-skid stock, and I make sure the person is on a non-skid surface. So let's watch some videos. And I always do scooting before I do sit to stand. Notice I didn't come to full stand in that picture. I usually go increments of the range. As the person gets stronger, then I have them get taller on their legs. I really try to keep the center of mass close to the base of support, especially if they tend to lean to one side. But I really end up getting to full standing doing these type of activities with the doorstop. So what are some clinical questions to ask? Do you have an ankle joint contracture preventing movement? If that's the case, we may have to refer out to have a tendon release and then start back with strengthening muscles of the ankle, foot, and leg isometrically, concentrically, and eccentrically. The second thing is there enough hamstring strength to actually pull the leg back? Remember, the solid ankle AFO with the rigid Velcro strap will decrease the ability of ankle joint range of motion, which often hinders the hamstring. And going up the chain, it makes your gluteus maximus muscle weak in order to get vertical. And the last thing is, overall, is there a lot of enough strength in the lower extremity muscles to perform squatting and then the sit to stand activity? Remember, I'm your trusted source for all things stroke neurorehabilitation as it pertains to ankle foot orthoses, walking analysis, and interventions to improve your walking. And don't forget your references. You have to use the evidence to know it and apply it appropriately. Thank you so much for watching this video.